and welcome to the quest for the Chaos Crystal, where I, RonGiz, am going to be taking on the challenge, the ultimate challenge of getting to the Chaos Crystal in Minecraft Feed the Beast Infinity Evolve Expert Mode Hardcore in 1.7.10, the best version of Minecraft, from a few years ago now. And we're going to get all the way to the Chaos Guardian in Hardcore. Now, do I think that I can do it? No, because I've done this 32 times off camera and not been successful. So please join me in my pain as we are going to start a new world. I actually started one last night, but because the video file was destroyed, we're going to do this completely fresh. I'm just going to start with our no-name beer. Okay, so drop the title, please. There we go. And we're going to set ourselves up a new world. You're going to see it right from the get-go. Like so. Okay. So the world is fan of Xenosaga, you'll know a little bit what that's about. Excuse me, Xenosaga. We're going to be in hardcore. We're going to do this in biomes of plenty. And that's it. Here we go. I don't know what this could be possibly converting. You know what? I have one setting that I might need to change before we continue with the stream. And that just might be a computer setting for something that I have running in the background. But first, let's load this world up. So yeah, I've done this 32 times already. At least. That's the most that I was able to find in terms of finding old save files all over the place. I've probably deleted another 10, 20 more worlds on top of that. I've been attempting this since 2016, I think, and it's not been great. I've learned a lot of lessons, some easy, some hard. And the reason why this is hanging right now is because of we've got some mining going on in the background that is not Minecraft, so I'm going to put a stop to that. Just give me 1 second here, folks. We're going to and it's gone. Cue Minecraft. There we go. So, one more thing. I want to do a quick stream check because I want to make sure that everything looks good. I think it looks good. Okay. Hang on a sec. Are we getting game sounds? No, we're not. Problem. Okay, we're gonna reload that. Get some game sounds going, hopefully. Okay, I'm receiving game sounds. Now the question is, are you the viewer getting game sounds? I certainly hope so. If not, we're going to have to restart this whole thing right from the beginning. So let's do a couple more tests for that. Seems to me like it's working. Perfect. Okay. So, seems to me like it's working. Perfect. Okay. FTB mode set. So, expert. Seems to me like it's working. Perfect. Okay. FTB. Taking inventory. Game mode set to expert. We're off, folks. And mark this down as our spawn, just in case we want to use the spawn chunks for anything. Excuse me. We have some clay around here. We're in a big desert. We are right on top of a spooky, scary shrine. What would you call it? It's an obelisk. It's a Twilight obelisk, Eldritch obelisk, from Thaumcraft 4. So to give you a quick refresher of what is in Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved, we have something around 180 mods loaded into this game, and on top of that, we have Iguana Tinker Tweaks, a fun little mod that gives us tools that level up, which is kind of an advantage, and also gives us tools that have one higher mining level requirement for all ores. So that, I think, is a huge disadvantage, and it actually does make hardcore quite the challenge, because you can't build like anything. And if this hardcore world is on a desert island, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to curse the gods and freak the hell out, because we won't be able to do anything. It's an island. It's an island. Whoa, that's weird. Whoa, 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 whoa. It seems like our old world is showing up on the map. How did that happen? I thought I just deleted this old world. I think it may have accidentally exploited something here. The only way to figure this out is to actually cross the ocean. I don't have cheats enabled at all in this world. I don't have any way of controlling it other than maybe using NBT Explorer to delete bad chunks or bad blocks if I had to. That is certainly not my intention. I would only do that in the event of some kind of a game-breaking bug. I don't like cheating in anything, and I don't bother to do it ever. But we may be in a situation where something is wrong with this map, and I may have to start a brand new world over again. And if that's the case, then we are going to do that. We're going to launch fresh, we'll start a new recording, and do everything all over again. I see there's a desert city up ahead. And I guess we can't name the world the same name. Because we've already been here, we already know what is where, and that's just not an honest way to start this challenge. Kind of weird though that you would, by naming the world the same name, you would get the same exact map. Like, does it have the same stuff? Or is it just the same map for whatever reason? I'm not sure. I tried deleting the file, I didn't find it. I think I know what the problem is. Okay. Let's make a boat and go to where I think the initial base was. if that's the case, we're going to start this thing all over again in like 15 minutes. We want to go to here. So we never explored any ocean this time, or the previous night. We just were exploring around a forested area. We're going right through a node here. Thank goodness it was not a hungry node. And I don't recall there being acacia trees. Ah, I see what's happening. So because the world name is the same, Journey Map has remembered the same map. That's what it is. So I'm actually writing a new map over an old map. So this is not our spawn. This world doesn't exist. That broken tower town doesn't exist. And that's a spooky place. Okay, so we should actually go back to that village. But let's use these sheep here for a second. Oh. Okay. So what do we have? We have some food. We're going to need wool, because we're going to want a sleeping bag to sleep through the night. So, weird journey map glitch aside, I think we're off to the races here. We're going to raid this witch hut. We definitely have enough to sleep the night. So this is the first spawn I've done in a while in a dry area. Biomes in Minecraft tend to generate in groups. So you get a bunch of dry biomes, you get a bunch of wet biomes, like that. In this case, we seem to be getting ocean and dry, ocean notwithstanding. And then we go there, and oh, that's garlic. And there, and we make a sleeping bag. Okay, now we have the ability to sleep through the night. We're going to need the ability to get food pretty fast, and obviously defend ourselves. The question is, do I want to keep going? Yes, yes I do. Because there are certain advantages to be had early in the game if you go to the right places and do the right things. Let's just get the initial Botania achievement. So to clarify what I want in terms of achievements, I want all of them. Any achievement that I can get, I want to get. I want to get all the Minecraft achievements for sure. Twilight Forest. Everything in IC2 that I can possibly get. The only thing that's iffy is Mistcraft, and that's because in Expert mode, Mistcraft is either fully disabled or it's supremely gated. And I think it's actually disabled, so we might disable Expert mode just for the sake of getting Mistcraft, but only after I get to, like, a creative guilty mana pool. So our main challenges are to A, obviously kill the Chaos Guardian and get the Chaos Crystals. B would be to make all the creative items, namely the tank, the battery, and the Everlasting Guilty Mana Pool. It's a weird island. Wouldn't be a bad starting island, but I find that island spawns are not too fun. Where are we going here? This way. I do like oceans being around me. I like the ability that it gives you to explore all over the place. Oceans are a great superhighway for just getting around, covering wide distances, and finding villages early on in the game. There's also some cheats that oceans afford you, namely that your hunger bar does not go down in a boat. So if you ever want to survive, get in a boat. Okay, some more sugar canes. And now let's check out this village. Very small village, but it has books, it has food, it has an RF Tools portal, and it has a castle. And what will that castle have? It'll have gold. The castles are from Witchery. And there's hobgoblins getting their shit kicked in over there. So, where's my tower? Now, why do we want this stuff early? Mostly because when you find a village early, you usually get enough items to shortcut your way through through Tinker's Construct to get up to a better pickaxe than you have starting. There are no good pickaxes available at the start of the game in Iguana Tinker Tweaks because they are all disabled. Or they don't do squat. So this village will certainly do for an easy start, but nothing compared to the last time that I started. I got so many early resources that it was like cheating. And I actually lost a world 2 worlds ago, maybe 3, where I started with, I started and I found a portal gun. And the portal gun is really like cheating. So here we go, armor right away. That's good for hardcore. Excellent. Okay, so certainly doing a lot better than all those 24-hour streamers. Oof. Oof. Some of us have jobs, guys. Just doing a quick check. Everything seems healthy and good. There's some iron ore right away. So, we don't have much in the way of wood, but I think this is a good time to get started. Just getting the basic tools up and getting going with Tinker's Construct, because nothing else will work, as I mentioned before. So, plant that down. We need sticks and a pattern. A pattern plus oak log gets us a stencil table. We need... I don't have oak. Where can I find some oak? Nothing around here. Is this oak? No, it's acacia. Oh well, we'll have to farm that achievement in a second, so... Well, I guess the part builders don't take on types in this game. Let's check our quest book. which is part of the Hardcore Quest mod that is also part of this. Yeah. Not gonna get much in the way of stuff right away. That's okay. We're gonna start sparingly. Let's make a little cactus farm. Cactus is a decent material for tinkers way early on. Not that great in the long term, but I don't have anything right now, so... And I don't even have wood. So typically what we like to do is farm achievements through the quest book, and that usually gets us some decent starting materials. Nothing like the stone pickaxe it gives us, because that's disabled by either expert mode or tinker tweaks. Okay. That will get us a... That will get us a tool station. And now what are we missing? We're missing the all-important pattern chest. But right now we just gotta make the tools. So that will get us that. And I still need more wood. Oh, this is so hard in the desert. So rough. I've had maybe a couple desert starts before. Typically I stay away from them, for obvious reasons. It's also kind of boring. But we can do something with this, so... Here we go. Make me an axe head. 3 gravel becomes a flint. Tool rod plus that gives us a stick and a wooden tool rod, and that gives us an axe head. Okay. This is painful. I call this the forefather. Probably should have called it forechild, but that's okay. Okay, now we can get a bit more wood going. There's no trees anywhere. We're going to move on as soon as we get basic tools, and we'll just remember this area for later. Okay. I need... This is going to make me a shovel head. Okay. I call that Great Spade. Still slogging away through these tools. axe head. Binding. That's gonna give me that. That's gonna give me that. That will give me a cactus binding. Tool rod. Oh, folks, this is so slow. I mean, it's nice to start with the cactus. Cactus does give us a slight boost. It's better than nothing. Did I make all the parts? Yes, I did. Call it, Caliban pick. And we're gonna have a nap. You can see the advantage with the sleeping bag is you can use it just about anywhere. Okay. Now we need a weapon. For that we're going to need 2 more patterns, which means I'm going to need to collect more wood. Ay ay ay. It's also the achievement farming I have to do. We need to use wood to make all the stuff for the achievement farming. What are they all so curious about? Oh, I got it. Get him. Get him. This is great. This is great. Goodbye. Goodbye. What the hell was that, guys? Did anyone else see that? I was just assaulted by the police. That's bullcrap, man. Okay. More wheat. And patati. Of course he's a chicken farmer. Like, why couldn't I get a guy that just takes wheat and then I can get emeralds right away? Potatoes. Isn't it nice to watch a stream though that doesn't have 52 million overlays saying like, donate here, and thank you, and oh, subscriber. I would be happy to get a subscriber. I would totally love the guy, but you should like this for the purity of it. Okay. Oops. It's 1 pattern, 2 pattern. What do these patterns make? They make a knife blade and a crossbar. What does that get us? That gets us a... well, apparently nothing. Yeah. That would be so great if it did that. Okay, and we're going to call this the... oops. Dagger. Prepared to fight. Now we also want the time to strike achievement, so we do that, that. Oh, we can't do that. Okay. Never mind. that. Gives us a wooden pickaxe. Is it useful for anything? No. Completely. This tool cannot mine anything. It can only be used for crafting. Better get rid of it then. Okay, so now we have the ability to at least walk around and manipulate objects. So we are going to head north on this continent and look for perhaps a better place. I don't even need to put a marker down. I think we all know that it's down here. Pretty good starting location though in terms of having some resources. There is some iron that we know is there. There's some oil. So we may return to collect that oil. We shall see. I've never been one to collect oil. But oil is a good resource to have. I just wish I had carrots. I find them to be the most portable raw resource. Here we have an obsidian obelisk, or an eldritch obelisk. And here we have a big dead step. Although there is some promise over there, and I'll explain it in just a second. So I find that playing the game in these maps that are actually a little bit more bleak are definitely better than just playing in like a huge forest where there's nothing much to it. The bleakness that Biomes of Plenty adds with some of its worlds or some of its biomes are definitely it's certainly creative, and it makes for a very interesting play. And we have some horsies here, but I don't have a saddle, so it won't matter. Oh shit. Oh crap, guys. I gotta get out of here. So that effect, for those who don't know, yeah, that was warp. Warp is from Thaumcraft 4. You get temporary warp when a being from the outer realms shows up, and there was a Eldritch Guardian there who did not see us, thankfully, but he would have made very short work of us. They are not meant to be messed with early on in the game. So, yeah, stay away from that. Alright, let's get back into the game. If anyone has chatted so far, I'm sorry I missed it, but we'll just keep on going. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we have something more to see here. Okay. So, just to mention, this is actually a very good starting setup. You can create a huge monster spawner by taking advantages of those two sinister nodes there, one at the obelisk and one behind. You'll spawn a ton of furious zombies. The only problem is that you'll get shredded early game. So while I would like to have taken advantage of that, it's not a way to live. We don't have any animals around us. There's no cows, there's no villages, nothing. We're just looking for somewhere to put down our tent, and then maybe we can start surviving in earnest. Not there, though. See, like again, here in this outback, neat terrain, very bleak, very empty. And then we're getting into, oh, So mangrove forests are kind of rich in some resources. They're also rich in poison. And also, beyond that are deadlands and desert. Like, none of this is hospitable. This is like true, gritty survival. There's some lava here, though. And there's an exposed cave here. Okay, so now that we have a lot more wood, we should think about taking advantage of this. See here, bleak, bleak, bleak. Remember, all that's fake. That doesn't exist. The other side of the map. What else? Yeah, so let's go north. Let's also have a snack. We're just mining up some cobble because we don't know when we will need it. Well, we know when we'll need it. We're going to need it to make our first furnace, which you can't do regularly in expert mode. So yeah, there's always a lot of orange cosmoses in here. There's usually poison ivy all over the place as well. Some iron ore that I can't mine. Sometimes there's quicksand. This cotton's useful. There's some cocoa, which I've gone whole games without finding cocoa. There's a bunch of oases off in this desert, and the deadlands. There is one promising thing in the desert, and something way off in the distance there. Oh. There's an eldritch invocation going on there. Is that what you call it? A ritual of some kind. Just doing a quick check of the chat. So here we got another situation of obelisk. Obelisk. The game is not shy about putting close things, or dangerous things close together. I just want to know what's off in the distance here. I think I know what it is. I think it's a bamboo forest. Nope, it is a redwood forest. What the hell is that over there? Take it down. Eat it. That was kind of glitchy. Oh no, what do I get rid of? Obviously the wool. Bone is a super decent starting tool rod material for its whopping 1.08 durability modifier. It's also just a good thing to get at the start. What's really good to find at the start is this desert temple here. Desert temples contain TNT, and the TNT is very useful for building a blast furnace. So if I could just get into the bastard, we'd get ourselves set very early. Okay. So, what are we gonna find down here? Oh, what do I do with all my resources? Help me. Tell you what I am gonna do. I'm gonna go to that village. This is why Journey Map is slightly handy. But I decided, as I said, to leave it in just because it keeps the game from being too clunky. Like, if I couldn't see anything, I'd just be running around, ambling about. If I couldn't remember things are, same thing. It's not that I'm really using it to find stuff through cheating. Yeah, this might be the way to go. Oh yeah, there's rubber in this town. This town is where we're gonna start. It's a weird house. Okay. This is it, folks. This is the starting town. I'm not sure I want to live in here forever. I mean, if this thing had anything from witchery, this is like the end. It's got a witch. What is your name? Astoria de Winter. Oh yeah, this village has everything. This is perfect, guys. Okay. This is the building you want to find at the start of any game. The immersive engineer's workshop, whatever you want to call it. Because it contains, who cares about the treasure inside? Yeah, lead ingot, amazing. Copper, great. It's the crate, the wooden storage crate. It lets you put stuff in it and carry it around. Huge, huge early game. One of the things that keeps you down is the fact that you can't move around. You're bogged down by all the crap you have to carry. So you have to settle down, you have to start. Not anymore. So just put it all in here. Get another one. Now I got 2 empty containers, and I can make more if I really chop this place up. Now I can go anywhere. I can go back to my original town and collect all that crap. So what do I need to get going with Tinker's Construct? I need to see a smeltery. We have one. We have 2 blacksmiths. Hugely important to start. I just wanted to check. How long have we been going for? Okay. So let's explore this village a little bit more. Then we may take a brief break and resume streaming and recording. Let's see what's in this blacksmith. Obviously the furnace is one of the most important reasons to find a blacksmith. Because a furnace needs way too much cobble to start. Tin, very good to get early on. Dark steel, oof. If we were to make a pickaxe with dark steel, what would that be Ardite level. Ardite level from the very beginning of the game. Does that normally catch on fire? Oh, I got rid of the furnaces. That's why it catches on fire. Small step in a big world. This is another important building to find very early in the game, the Tinker's Construct Hut, because it contains all your Tinker stuff. So that gives us another major advantage. Now I have a pattern chest, full of patterns, sort of. And, hello guy, that's a crazy recipe. But, I mean, you could really min-max the iron ore very bushes. This is why you want to find it, is because you get all the tools you need, or all the materials you need to make real, good, tangible tools right away. For example, I could make a bronze sword, I could make a bronze dagger, or a copper dagger, I can melt down the bronze. All of it is highly advantageous. And there's even more here. Slimy binding would be good right off the bat. So I could make a rapier right now. So I've played whole worlds where I just started in that very hut and then expanded until it became something pretty significant. Now let's check out. So let's load this up. Got some steel even. One thing to get early game would be a saddle, but you don't usually find those. There may be some in the desert temple. Let's go get some resources, then we'll explore that desert temple. Taking a long time. Oh man. My life is potato. When I wake up, potato. When I dream, potato. My life is potato. Look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, get some additional resources here to keep walking around. What tree is this? Chestnuts. Chestnuts are baller. This gives us podzol, which lets us plant Botania flowers right away. That guy is going to mess with that Enderman. And here is blacksmith number 2. Pulsating iron. So I was looking up what I can make with pulsating iron. I don't even know. I didn't see anything that jumped out at me as being like super great. Advanced photovoltaic cell. Yeah, like I'm gonna get a vibrant crystal right away. A nugget. Still. So not the best. Oh, this is a very poisonous Enderman. So, where do we want to go next? next, we could go up the tower. And that usually gets us a couple little nice resources. Or we could check out the forestry bee hut. That's a weird glitch. Whoa. So we have some bees to start off, a crafter, propolis, which is not that useful, pristine forest princess, pristine meadows princess, a valiant queen. Oh man. Guys, we can start bees right away. Okay, let's go up the tower. And we have a hat. I have a hat. Don't ever want to watch a world die quick. Accidentally hit one of those guys. I've probably lost a hardcore world like that before. Okay. So we haven't raided the bees. We haven't raided much of this village. What we should do is we should pick a central location, make that our temporary starting base. I want it to be away from the actual village because I want it to unload so I don't lose villagers. So I'm thinking I'm thinking southeast in the plains we can see on the minimap. Hello, what were you doing up there? Get these gravels right away. We need to get 10 oak wood, so let's go do that right now. Now, why did I do that? Because we get to hear the greatest sound in the world, except I put it somewhere. Oh no. Oh no. There it is. Ah. Ready, folks? We did it! We achieved our first quest of the quest book. The stone axe, which cannot mine anything. All that for so little payoff. But when you die and die and die and die and die, you learn to love that little tone. We're going to take that and that. Now I think we have enough to quote-unquote start a base. So we're going to go exit this way. We're going to find a spot to settle down. Ooh, obelisk. You just want to be anywhere these villagers unload so that zombies can't take them out at nighttime. And we want to be where we can secure the existence of myself and a future for myself. And I don't know where that's going to be just yet. This is cute though. Yeah, we can't even mine that up. So those are all unloaded. There's maybe something over through there. I'm quite low on hunger. Okay, things you never do. Don't go through a roofed forest. It's dangerous. Oh, this is pretty. This is a lush swamp. I haven't done many swamp starts in a long time. This is quite lush, isn't it? This is nice. So we've got plenty of resources all around us. We've got wood. We've got a great wood tree over there. Maybe we want to make for slightly higher ground. Let's keep going. We're running pretty low on carrot though. There's the plains though. Ooh, there's lots of good stuff there. Okay. Do you see up top, on top of that hill? I think this is where we will put our base. We're going to scout it out more. I'm just going to mark this coconut tree. Maybe we want to use that in the future. And there's another village. So that seems like a really good spot. So there's a village in the dead swamp. We have to go all the way back to there to collect those materials. There's nothing on our starting island. Oh, this is going to be a long trek. You're going to strap right in for it too, dear viewer. And by viewer, I mean myself. Okay. Get up here on top of this hill. And then we shall survey the land. Cool. This is cool. We're way high up. It goes even higher. Wow. We're going to go over by this pool. And I think we might call it an evening. And by evening, I mean in-game evening. Yeah, time for a little nap. Please be a nice little cave. It's a hollow. You know what? This is a good little area to start. Why? There's water. It's open. I have no obstructions. I can build a little makeshift wall around here with a little place to build some farms down below. I have an advantage point. I have a vantage point of everything around me. Once I get a glider, I can just take off. So we're going to start here. We're going to gather up all our stuff. And this will be where we begin again. Wow. Okay. There we go. We did it. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a little break, maybe about a half an hour. We've been going for just over an hour, and I'm going to gather up some of those resources. I'm going to bring them, and then we're going to start the game in earnest. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and come check me out again. These videos will be up on demand on my YouTube channel, which I'm going to attempt to also call it RonGiz if I can. And we will continue more of this quest. We're not going to stop. If I die, we're going to keep going the New World until old age or death take me. And hopefully I get to finish this a lot sooner than that. So thank you very much once again, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.